what heartbreak does when you allow it is it actually breaks your heart open. It's
Yeah.
a orchestrated process to learning to open your heart. Because when you allow yourself to feel the pain and be vulnerable in it all, at the end of the day, that's what it does. That's the impact it has. It opens up our heart, right? And then once we're living with that open heart, then the odds of attracting heartbreak is actually very low because we're no longer a match to heartbreak. So
Wow.
does that adjust your perspective a little bit on the topic of heartbreak?
It did massively, and it's actually I did have these thoughts very recently, exactly as you described it. It's just that when you are, in that situation, when you are going through the heartbreak, you can't see that. But when you feel it and you experience it, and you move to the other side, then you are able to reflect and say all these things, which are absolutely true. I absolutely agree 100%. um, but yeah, it's when you're going through it. And I think for me, my last maybe two or three relationships, um, there was a lot of heartbreak, and at the same time there was a lot of grief, not from these particular relationships, but grief, losing people, like people dying
Yeah.
that were close to me. So there was like a lot of grief around relationships, like romantic relationships, family, friends that I lost in a different way. And it just seems like through years now I've been going through that grieving process, and it's just only recently that I started realizing what you're saying, that going through this pain, and especially the heartbreaks, in a kind of a romantic, sense, that's what they do. It's like it opens the door to a new you, to a
It's
new
like
self, to a new
it's like
a new
it's
potential.
the words that comes to mind is like it softens us in a way that allows us to accept deeper octaves of love. But that
Yeah.
softening and that opening can only happen when we allow ourselves to process the grief and the hurt, like you were
Mm,
talking about. And I think because
yeah.
a lot of people don't understand it and they mix in feelings of rejection and other things in those circumstances, then they kind of bottle everything up, and that heart opening process kind of doesn't fully unfold because those emotions need to be processed as part of that.
Yes, and I remember something that stuck with me. I remember, 2019, when your book was out and you were doing like a lot of like meetings back then. It was the idea of emotion. So actually, moving through your body, just trying to find a way to to get it out from you. So it is emotion, and that's why we feel it in our bodies, like different parts. Um, yeah, that's a beautiful realization, and I totally get it. It's just that for some people, like this grieving process, it might take.
Hey, it's Nick here, and if you want to watch the full episode of this snippet, you can click the link over here. Or if you'd like to join me on my show and experience your own breakthrough live with me, you can scan the QR code or click on the link in the description to apply.